On the Household Support Fund, the third iteration that's come through, I went down to the Hinckley hub to see how they were getting on. They expressed their thanks to the government for how important this is, because they have the accountability to be able to give funding to people in extreme circumstances when they need it. And it's not really heavily red taped and regulated, so they can use it in the way they see bet to help their client. Is this something DWP will take forward?
Secretary of State.
Entirely right, and I'm very pleased to hear of his personal experience of this measure. He is right to point out there is great flexibility in the way in which it can be administered by local authorities, but we do place a particular emphasis, Madam Deputy Speaker, on making sure that that assistance goes to those who may not have benefited and yet are still in need.
Thank you to the Secretary of State, and I'm really glad to see he's looked at how to break up these payments. But for those people who do find themselves as an anomaly, will he ensure and commit to make sure that people have swift access to being able to speak to someone to make sure these issues are resolved really quickly? Because that can be one of the biggest heartaches and stresses when you're struggling with your finances to try and get some of these payments.
But my honourable friend makes a characteristically excellent point. It will be the case that anybody will be able to go on to the .gov.uk website for further information. We will have additional resources in place, Madam Deputy Speaker, to ensure that we have people manning telephones to answer queries of the type that he and the Chair of the Select Committee have raised. But, Madam Deputy Speaker, this government is on the side of the most needy, and I think we have demonstrated that, firstly through the pandemic, through the furlough scheme, through the support that we provided for businesses. Secondly, as I've outlined, the £36 billion worth of direct payments last year to support those who are most in need. And as I've set out, this legislation brings forward yet further support in this coming year, which will help millions.